Okay, now we have kind of an interesting little twist right here, I think.
We go to Jerry. Jerry has, so I believe, like I said before, if you want to go somewhere fast, or if you want to adapt and grow, then find somebody that's already been there and done that before. So I happened to stumble upon a magnificent business mind sitting on a beach in Puerto Rico. We were texting on Instagram, and he said that he was in the restaurant. And I looked behind me as I was sitting on a beach, and that restaurant was right there. It was as if it was divinely set up.
Right.
So I met Jerry Macnamara, and he'd grown several companies to the Inc. 5000 and best franchises, and leading all with this concept of love your people. So it's always about best places to work is what will push a revenue growth. So this whole concept of culture and taking care of people. And I've really adapted that, and he's been a huge part of our growth over the last year.
Let's hear what he had to say.
Here is your daily dose of the Ultimate Sales Machine, coming to you from the new edition. Visit ultimatesalesmachine.com to get your copy or multiple copies. I am your host, Amanda Holmes, CEO of Chet Holmes International. What you're about to learn has assisted 250,000 businesses to generate billions of dollars, working faster, better, smarter.
Well, we have joining us right now somebody who is very near and dear to Amanda's heart. His name is Jerry Macnamara. Jerry, all I can tell you is I've heard so much about you from Amanda, and it's really part of the fabric of who she's becoming because of something that you taught her that is part of the philosophy of your life and your business. I would love for you to share that with the audience.
Well, I think it's just values alignment, really. It's not anything that I'm doing especially, but you know, my first value is love your people and treat them as whole people. I've been really lucky to be involved in lots of amazing people, and Amanda's at the top of that list. And I love to call her the reluctant CEO, but she just brings such vim and vinegar to everything that she does, and to watch this growth that's happening, and really to take what's been her dad's company and move it really into the next generation of leaders and CEOs, because I think the world's really changed in the last 10 or 15 years of how we approach things. And so, yeah, it's important to be a profitable company and stack $100 bills into your account, but if you don't align with values and purpose, then I think you lead an unfulfilled life. And so bringing conscious intention to everything that we're doing, I think is really where Amanda and I align so much in the next generation of how we're teaching our leaders.
You know, in the world of business, that four-letter word gets thrown around a lot. It usually starts with an F, but now we're going to change that to the L word, love. And I don't know how easy it's going to be for people to accept that, because in the world where everybody is just kill or be killed, and you kill what you eat, you know, and you eat what you kill is like, wait a minute, how about life, love, liberty, and all these things that we kind of have let slip too far into the background. So do you get pushback in the business world from that? I'm just curious.
So sometimes, but those aren't the people in my tribe.
There you go.
And that's okay. That doesn't mean that you don't love those people and continue to bring them along and try and get them to an awakened state, that there's a better way to do this, that you don't just have to have this win at all cost mentality. It's about what's the purpose of what it is that I'm doing, because you know, I work with high energy CEOs who are super successful, and the thing that I hear the most where people are disillusioned is, yeah, on the outside, I have all this success. I made the Inc. 500, I've made the Franchise 500. I'm making all this money, but you know what, Alan? I don't even get to have dinner with my family.
Right.
And so what cost are you incurring when you're getting all this price of outward success? And if it doesn't feel good on the inside, I would argue that that success is really hollow.
It reminds me of what profit a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul in the process.
Amen.
So we're bringing it back to the soul. And if you think about the soul of a business, it is based upon the leader of that business and that man or woman's soul. So I think you have broken it down into, you have to love what you do. You have to love what you do, who you do it with. You have to love the process so that people that are watching you are saying, what is it that person is doing? What is it that's so special? And then they walk over to you and they realize it's something that they can have too.
Absolutely.
So
I think it's this steward's mentality that when we invite people on the journey to come make an impact with us, we are a steward not just for our business, but for the people that we've invited on the journey, for their families, for their friends. Because one of the things that I've learned is when you're not good at work, you can't be great at home. And when you're not good at home, you can't be great at work. And sometimes we get sold this philosophy that, well, it's just a business decision, or let's separate our work from our personal. And the reality of it is, great companies don't do that. Great leaders don't do that. We embrace that person as a whole person. And I think that's really what Amanda is moving the Ultimate Sales Machine and Chet Holmes International into, this whole concept of chi and how can we do business better. And I'm so excited about the next generation of leaders that she's helping train.
It's a great thing to see. I guess I wonder, has the world changed so much that people's expectations of small, large, and medium businesses are different? Too many of these businesses became very politically involved, I believe, and kind of showed a little too much under their skirt, if I can say that. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, people are taking a step back and saying, wait a minute, what does that company actually stand for? Who are the leaders of this? They're looking deeper. I've heard also that I don't want somebody that's got knowledge that's a mile wide and an inch deep. I want somebody that has focus, an inch wide and a mile deep. And I think that's what you're bringing to the table and have for Amanda, is you've brought a depth of the deep blue soul of a business. What's really down under there that matters, that gives longevity to a business?
I think so. I mean, I think about legacy a lot. And I think if we can just put our egos aside and love our people and set them up for success to make sure that they feel great about the work that they're doing, isn't that really the business is a tool to create impact? And it's not just to solve a problem and deliver, a service or a product. Yeah, that's important. Businesses have to make money. But if you're doing it at all cost, I don't know that leaders are laying their heads down on the pillow anymore and feeling really good about that, first off. And yes, I think the world has changed. I think people are now looking and voting with their wallets for social impact, for alignment of purpose. We've gone through the Great Resignation. Boy, if you don't think people are picking purpose over just the transaction, I'm going to trade my time for a paycheck. No, we're going to be on this journey together. Let's be transformational. And that, to me, is the opportunity.
It's beautiful. Well, I know that you become the collective soul of the 5 people you spend the most time with, and I want to spend more time with you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Jerry. Jerry Macnamara.
Make sure to get your copy or copies at theultimatesalesmachine.com. There's a lot of special bonuses that you can't get going to Amazon, so make sure you check it out at ultimatesalesmachine.com.